Well, we first told you about this guy, Cam Williams, 2 years ago. He is a minimalist who turned that old delivery truck into a one-bedroom apartment. Well, now Cam is back, and he has a new adventure.
He's here with us in studio this morning to reveal what that is. Good to have you, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me here.
What is it about you, Mr. Stir Crazy, that you just have adventure after adventure?
Yeah, throughout life, I just like challenging some paradigms I grew up with and to see what kind of life I can live. Be very intentional about every decision I make.
Tell everybody what you're doing.
Yeah, so I'm running across America. I'm leaving from LA to run to New York City, April 21st to July 29th. It's averaging about 35 to 45 miles per day on the road and through 100 days. And so throughout the journey, I'm connecting my passion of running with my purpose of being able to work with people coming home from incarceration to advocate for them and reduce that stigma we have attached to people coming home from incarceration.
Wow, I mean, the inspiration behind this is pretty cool. It's a mixture of, I know, your grandfather, a book you read. What made you do this?
Yeah, throughout my life, I've come across a lot of self-doubt of thinking I can't do certain things, and endurance running has really changed that for me. So about 10 years ago when I started running long distances, 6 miles was an unattainable goal. Running a marathon was just for the elite athletes.
Right.
And so now I'm running 50 miles back to back. And so naturally, the next step was to run across America.
Well, naturally.
Exactly. Oh, you know, I got a 5K. Let's go across the country. Yeah. Oh, so what goes into training for that?
Yeah, training for it is training for the mind and the body.
Yeah.
So part of the mind training is every time I wake up in the morning, I just run, because I know that's what I'm going to need to do every day for 100 days straight. So there's that, and then just hitting the road and running as much as possible. One thing I'm learning is about patience. And so when you're running a 5K, it's easy to see that finish line 20 minutes away or 30 minutes away. When you're running all day, you're just looking at the sun and trying to beat it to the finish line.
Really? What does that do to your body?
So it takes a lot of toll. So I'm burning about 6,000 to 8,000 calories each day.
What?
And when you're running 12 hours, it's hard to consume that much calories.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so I have to take stops every 3 to 6 miles and just make sure I'm eating a lot of calories.
Wow.
So it takes a lot of recovery. And so I have a yoga practice every evening. I've been rolling out my legs with a roller and taking ice baths.
Oh.
So ice baths are really great, and it's they're really difficult to get your whole body immersed in an icy tub after enduring pain all day.
No way.
It's probably the thing I don't look forward to in this run most.
I bet.
Wow, I have to ask you, okay, I know a lot of runners. I mean, I can run like 2 or 3 miles maybe. I'm like the lunger guy, but if you're running that far,
lunger
guy. I like to do lunges. But what kind of shoes? Because if you're running that distance, I mean, you go through like 12 pairs of shoes. Do you have one that's really good?
Yeah, I do. I'm expected to go through about 12 pairs of shoes throughout this run. The shoe I've been training on my whole life are New Balance Minimus.
Okay.
So it's a zero drop shoe, not a lot of padding. And what it's been able to do is just train my body to not put a lot of pressure on my feet. And that was inspired from the book Born to Run, which highlighted people in northern Mexico that naturally run really long distances for hunting purposes.
On bare feet.
In bare feet or a small sandal.
Small
thin
sandals.
soles.
And so reading that book, by Christopher McDougall, was allowed me to see that people are able to run 50 miles in a day to give myself permission to try it out.
So you don't even take a day off. You're hitting the ground the next morning.
So during this trip, I'm going to take 16 days off, actually.
Okay.
And the purpose of that is to be able to highlight these stories of people I come across America.
Slacker.
Yeah, I was going to say 365 days. You're only taking 16 days.
It's going to be a 100-day journey across.
Do you have sponsors? How's this working for you?
Yeah, so I have a few sponsors. Through this, we're capturing really high-end camera footage so that we're able to highlight some of the nonprofits and the for-profit organizations that have very unique hiring practices across the country.
You running through anywhere that you've always wanted to go? Are there a couple stops that you're really excited about?
Yeah, surprisingly, I'm really passionate about the city of Tulsa, and so I get to run
I was
through
talking
there.
to Oklahoma with you. That's funny. That's hilarious.
Tulsa has a really cool scene that's supportive of adventure sports and really supportive of criminal justice reform.
Okay.
And so I'm really excited to go through there, especially because it's the end of a long desert journey for me.
Yeah, right.
I get to go through the entire panhandle of Oklahoma.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I know I had to drive that in like 2 days, and it was brutal, man.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know how
yeah.
anyone could do it.
You got sweat up on your back, your butt hurts.
My car was getting all uncomfortable in the AC and everything.
Yeah.
What kind of a support team do you have with you then?
Yeah, so I have a vehicle with a camper following behind me and meeting me every 3 to 6 miles. I have some good friends supporting me through that.
That's great.
And we're going to have some other people come and join me throughout the run too.
Nice.
Well, we hope we can keep up with you and your adventures. Phone us. We'll send some videos.
And can people follow you during the time, Cam?
Yeah, certainly. So the website that you can follow is peopleobjective.com.
Okay.
And on Instagram @peopleobjective. And through that, we can find a way that you can run with me too as I go through each city. I'll be spending a few days in Columbus and holding events to run with me here too.
Gosh,
Oh my
that's
gosh.
great.
We're going to hook up with you for that.
Okay, great.
Yeah, my
Thank
word.
you.
That's going to be awesome.
I don't know how you're doing it, but all the power to you.
Thank you so
Mind
much.
over matter, I guess. Is that what it is?
It's a lot of mind and a lot of matter.
And a lot of matter.
Yeah, certainly.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you having me here.
We are going to come back and check in with Joe Sam one more time as he is out there trying to help out another charity in a different way. Stick around. We'll be back. 2.5.